Lucifer and Satan are both names for the devil. The two names are often used interchangeably, but they have different origins and meanings. Lucifer refers to Satan before his fall, when he was an angel in heaven, and Satan refers to Lucifer after the fall, when he is cast from heaven. The name Lucifer comes from the Latin word Lucifer, which means light-bearing. In classical mythology, Lucifer was the morning star, or the planet Venus at dawn. He was often depicted as a male figure carrying a torch, and was sometimes a herald of dawn and poetry. The name Satan comes from Hebrew and means adversary. In the New Testament, Satan is referred to as a tempter, the ruler of the demons, the god of this age, and the evil one. In Christian tradition, Lucifer was considered a high-ranking angel, often described as a cherub who was exceptionally beautiful and wise. However, he became prideful and desired to ascend above God. This pride led to his rebellion against God. A cherub is a type of celestial being in biblical and theological traditions, often depicted as one of the higher orders of angels. Cherubim are mentioned several times in the Bible, and they serve as guardians of sacred spaces and as attendants of God's throne. Their appearance and role vary across different scriptures and interpretations, but they are consistently portrayed as powerful, awe-inspiring beings. In popular culture and Renaissance art, cherubim are sometimes represented as chubby, winged infants, often called putti. This image is quite different from the beings described in the Bible, where the prophet Ezekiel has a vision of heavenly beings.
Their appearance was like burning coals of fire. Each one had 4 faces, one of a man, the second of a lion, the third of an ox, and the fourth of an eagle. Each one also had 4 wings.
In Ezekiel's vision, cherubim are complex, multi-faced creatures that serve as part of God's divine chariot. Each cherub has 4 faces, a man, a lion, an ox, and an eagle, and 4 wings, symbolizing their multi-dimensional awareness and power. There are some key Bible verses that hint at Lucifer's original status. In Ezekiel, there's a passage that, while addressed to the king of Tyre, has long been interpreted by Christian theologians as describing Lucifer's splendor and perfection.
You were the seal of perfection, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. You were in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was your covering. You were the anointed cherub who covers. I established you. You were on the holy mountain of God. You were perfect in your ways from the day you were created till iniquity was found in you.
This paints a picture of Lucifer as a being of great beauty and wisdom, someone who was perfect in the beginning. But notice that ominous line, till iniquity was found in you. Something went wrong, and that something was pride. Lucifer's downfall began with pride and ambition. He wasn't content with being second to God. He wanted to be above him. This is suggested in Isaiah, another passage that, while directed at the king of Babylon, has been linked to Lucifer's story.
How you are fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning! How you are cut down to the ground, you who weakened the nations! For you have said in your heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will be like the Most High, yet you shall be brought down to Sheol, to the lowest depths of the pit.
Lucifer's desire to ascend into heaven and be like the Most High is seen as a rebellion against God's authority. Essentially, he wanted to be the ruler of all. According to Christian tradition, this rebellion led to a cosmic battle in heaven. The book of Revelation gives us a dramatic depiction of this war.
And war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought with the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought, but they did not prevail, nor was a place found for them in heaven any longer. So the great dragon was cast out, that serpent of old, called the devil and Satan, who deceives the whole world. He was cast to the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
In this passage, the dragon is identified as the devil and Satan, and his defeat marks the moment he is cast out of heaven. Lucifer, the once glorious morning star, becomes Satan, the adversary. So how does Lucifer transform from a proud angel into Satan, the figure we know today? The name Satan itself means adversary or accuser in Hebrew. After his fall, he becomes the embodiment of opposition to God, representing temptation, deception, and sin. Corinthians gives us an interesting clue.
And no wonder, for Satan himself masquerades as an angel of light.
This verse suggests that Satan can appear deceptively good as an angel of light, which aligns with his origins as Lucifer, the light bringer. However, his true nature has become twisted and dark. Beyond the Bible, many ideas about Lucifer's fall have been shaped by other texts and interpretations. For instance, in the apocryphal Book of Enoch, a group of angels called the Watchers rebel against God and are cast down, which adds to the lore of rebellious angels. In the life of Adam and Eve, another apocryphal text, Satan's fall is connected to his refusal to bow to Adam, demonstrating his jealousy and pride. In the 17th century, John Milton wrote Paradise Lost. This epic poem is perhaps the most detailed and imaginative retelling of Lucifer's fall. Milton portrays Lucifer as a tragic anti-hero who famously declares, "Better to reign in hell than serve in heaven." The story of how Lucifer became Satan is more than just a tale of rebellion. It's a cautionary story about pride, ambition, and the consequences of defying divine order. It's also a story that has evolved over centuries, shaped by interpretations, culture, and literature. Whether viewed as a straightforward narrative of good versus evil, or to provoke deep questions about the nature of power, pride, and the eternal struggle between light and darkness. True evil often isn't blatant or easily recognizable. It doesn't always come with horns and a pitchfork. More often it disguises itself in half-truths, charismatic personas, or even noble-sounding intentions. This is precisely what makes it so dangerous. It can be incredibly persuasive and appear deceptively good. Christianity requires putting trust and faith in God and in God's path, seeking what is genuinely good, just, and true.